And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, and all those fun things. So let me get logged into this real quick, and we will get into our risk disclaimer screen because we're going to be talking about real trades and real trading stuff. So we need to, I need to tell you about the downsides of that because it's not all roses and cream, if that's a thing. I don't know if it is or not. All roses. It's not a rose garden. You're planting a rose garden, and roses have thorns. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into the risk disclaimer screen. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration, although I have held NFA registration in the past. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, carefully consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And I'm talking a little bit slower today because I'm off today from my day job. So I can take some more time on this if possible, if necessary. So let's go ahead and close that one out. And here we have how we're doing on the prop trading contest with Audacity Capital. I am down $434, which is not bad. It's not certainly not the end of the world. I have my daily loss limit is 5,978, and my total max loss is 12,000. But I'm getting used to the platform, getting used to how these guys do things. For free this time because the November Audacity Traders Cup is free for anyone to join and see if you make it. So let's. I've been kind of taking a look since I'm in this platform. I've kind of been taking a look at stocks and seeing if I wanted to start trading the stock market a little bit more. That's the Dow Jones Industrials. That's the Nasdaq. And here's the SP. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. That's the SP 500. I'm not real fond of doing that because it's more bouncy. Look at all these gaps. These gaps are incredible. And they're not getting filled in either. That's very odd to me. That's the daily. I'm sorry, that's the 4 hour. These gaps are monstrous. And just not sure I want to go down that rabbit hole yet. It's been a long time since I've watched the stock market. I am invested in the stock market on a long-term basis, which means I invest money regularly into the SP 500. And lately, I've noticed my returns have been coming down on that. So I'm not real pleased with that, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. But with that, let's go straight into the DXY since we're going to be talking about Forex. This is Forex. This is the DXY. And we are seeing a great deal of pullback. We get to the daily charts because that's where I pick the trades and then I look for my entries on the 4 hour. And that seems to be working for me. Done a couple of trades like that and it seems to be working out a lot better. So here we have our doji candle, and then we're going to have a pullback on the DXY, which is a basket of currencies, 6 currencies, in fact. That I looked it up. We're always learning stuff, and I can't remember what what they are. I think it's 56% goes to the euro, 30% goes to the pound yen, dollar, or to the dollar pound, and then the pound yen, Swedish krona, and Swiss franc. That's 5. I think it's one more. But at any rate, that's what we're looking at is a pullback, and it is still pulling back, which means we're going to see dollar weakness today. Let's look at the currency strength meter, and there it is, right there down at the bottom. So we want to think about selling the dollar versus the yen, selling the dollar versus the euro, and buying. Selling the euro versus the dollar, and possibly buying the pound versus the dollar, which they are at range lows. So that makes it even make more sense. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You see this when it comes up to here and then stops out. That is not a double top, by the way. It's not exact enough to be a double top. So we're not going to consider it a double top, although it may have the same characteristics. This is a very broad range right here, 96 to 100. Might be something to consider. And then that also has the euro trading in a range. And this thing claws its way back up to 115.46. We could be in some business, so to speak. Not much of a wick on that one either. So it looks like we've got a strong money flow, judging by the Bollinger Bands. But it closed. Let's see about that one. See what the Bollinger Band is. Bollinger Band is at 170.65. Whoops. It's 159.97. And the close is at 92.4. Whoops. And the reason why I'm looking at that is it's the 20. The 2 deviation. It's right there. Okay. The reason why I'm looking at that is that's a mean reversion strategy that I have used before that works very well in quiet markets like this. In ranging markets, it does not work as well. But this is starting to build kind of a downward channel. Actually starting to build more of a wedge right there. So with the bottom there, we want to consider that this is going to close. This might take a good bounce higher, so I think we've got some room on that. So that would be a place to come in. It's about, what do you get over that candle right there? 38, yeah, 15 pips out. About 38 might be a good place to come in. 115.38 on the north side. Pound versus the yen. This is does not react as well. So now we have daily resistance turned to support right here. That's very clearly supported at 150, 135.60. That's been there for 3 days now. So that's not going to be don't really have an entry on that one because that is and it's not really showing any characteristics. It's showing it ranging. Ranging is not, it's hard to make money in ranging markets. It's harder. Now here's an interesting pullback. This has just happened in the last few minutes. I was thinking about coming into this, but then we're watching support turn into resistance again on the pound. So a good place to come in might be to the south side on this one. So this is not a bullish engulfing candle. It's not taking over this candle here. So I would still consider coming in on the south about 130.65. Which I think trade sounds familiar to me. I think I've done that trade before at that same price. Let's see. We have pound versus the yen. Pound versus the yen is again same thing as the dollar versus the yen. It's ranging, much broader range, so it might be easier to trade that range, but it's not really doing the things that I need it to do to find an entry. Pound versus or dollar versus the Canadian. That's a evening star emoji, so we're going to see some pullback on that, or expecting some pullback on that. Again, we may not get our expectations. We may not see a quick turnaround, especially something like China and the United States reach an agreement or sign an agreement. They already have one, but it's not in print yet. Or something like the government shutdown ends. We're not sure what's going to happen with that. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at this and see what we're looking at for. Refresh our little Fed Watch screen. And we're at 67.3 on that. 67.3 for our thing. Close to currency window. Close that one out. So I'm kind of straightening the system a little bit. So the chances of a 50% rate increase or rate cut actually went down. So that's interesting. Over here. So we've got going over here. The UCAD is still seeing if it's going to hold 150, 141. So I might want to come to the north side on this. Nope. I'm not sure yet. I think we'll want to wait and see what how the trade develops, because this is resistance turn support. So we'll see if that continues. If it stays above the daily resistance line, this is going to go higher. So we may want to come in on the north side of that around 141.05. See if it reclaims that. But that is bearish engulfing, and that is an evening star indicating a reversal. That's right at 141.09. So we probably want to go higher than that, 141.14, before we see anything up on that. On the downside, we could go downside on that and just straddle it. Just a strategy I typically like, but it's hard to get it to work well for you. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. Sometimes it stays in the middle. I know that from experience of trying to straddle things in the past. Oil. Let's look at oil real quick. Desperately clinging to 60. Here we have support coming in right at the daily support line, right? Right? Text. Well, that's the monthly support line. So it could break monthly support. That'd be interesting. See gold, oil going even further south. It might indicate a recessionary pullback or weakening demand for oil, which would not necessarily be good. Let's see. Here we have, I think back to Landman, where I don't know if you've seen that movie or that show with Billy Bob Thornton, where the price of oil dropped to minus $39 on the contract end in April of 2020, and that was an anomaly due to the massive shutdown of pretty much everything, due to someone catching the common cold. Turns out to be the greatest fraud of all time. And yes, I have read the book COVID-19 Great Reset, and they telegraphed it from day one. They knew exactly what they were doing, being the World Economic Forum. Oh well, we'll skip out on that, and here we have gold. Gold is being gold, and gold has turned into being indecisive, very indecisive. So not sure what direction gold's going to go. We do have bullish invalidation. It's up above the bullish invalidation point again. So I'm expecting actually to go to the north side again. I think it's time for gold to kind of make another go of it. But I don't see an entry yet. We're getting close. I think we get one more candle, but then that could be a reversal signal too. 3 candles over that, but I don't think we're going to see a entry on that yet. Silver. Let's look at silver real quick. And again, silver is also indecisive. It is back up over 47, so it's 48.66. It's a nice healthy price considering I own silver. And those are, one is an what are these, you ask? It's a 2021 First Strike, Mint State 70, and a 2020S Emergency Production Early Release Mint State 70, both graded, professionally graded, silver eagles, American Eagles. So I highly recommend buying silver, even though it's at $50 an ounce. You can still get some, now you can get some really great bargains on it. But at any rate, that's what we're looking at today. You guys have a great one. If you like this video, then by all means, like it. Hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe, and that'll send you notifications on when I make more videos, which right now is daily. And also, if you have any comments, by all means, comment back, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. So you guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.